I think we should start now. So that today's agenda is we are going to focus mainly on monitoring of traffic analysis. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes,
Anyone
sir.
from first year, second year confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first tool we are going to see is Bubsuit. Bubsuit comes in it is pre-installed in the Kali and Parrot OS. I'm using the pro version, but still you have the community version, so you can use any of them. So what Burp should do now, it's capture the request sent by the browser and show us like how the request looks like. Even it will capture the response from the servers of different websites, whichever we visit. So let me show you. Let me open the Firefox. To need to configure the Burp suite with the browser, you need to download this extension Foxy Proxy. You can just Google it, Foxy Proxy. Firefox extension. If you are using Firefox, then go for the Firefox, and if you are using Google Chrome, then go for the Google Chrome extension. So you can see here, when you visit the first link, you will get this particular type of page. I have the remove option. You have the option of add to the Firefox, means add to the this extension list. So after adding it, you can see the Foxy players. After that, you need to configure it. So there will be an option. So you just need to add an proxy. Like I'm adding it now. I'm giving the name burp suit protocol type HTTP, and the IP address should be localhost. And the port, let me give it 8081, and save. So it will add the Bubsuit proxy. So currently I have two proxies, Bubsuit 1 and Bubsuit 2. So if I just show you this red one, the port is given 8080, and the another one, its port is 8081. So now we need to configure this in the Bubsuit also. So by default, the port configured in Bubsuit is 8080. So we are going to use the red one because it has the port 8080. This one, the port is 8080. Now how can I select this? I just need to click here and select the Bubsuit. It will mention every proxy that I have configured. So I just need to click the Bubsuit one. It will be selected. A tick will be marked here. And before that, you need to install the certificate also. The installation process of certificate in the browser will be you can find, we will share some resources blog. How can you install the certificate? I have already installed the Burp certificate on my browser, Firefox. So I'm not going to install it again like before, but you need to install. Without installing the this Burp certificate on the browser, you cannot capture its request. So let me Google some more things like facebook.com. So you can see here some requests are made to the facebook.com. The very first request is get request. Like it is asking for the page. So the first request it is sending it to https facebook.com. No, it's an access control. Okay. So like it is then catching different files from Facebook, as here you can see, and then it load the entire HTML page over this here, this login. And if I just enter anything, random number, admin, and then my password, it's a wrong residential, but I'm just showing like you can capture it. So I just make intercept on, and when I click on the button, and proxy a request will be made to the server. So this is not the request. Forward. This is also not for the that request. Forward, 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 and another forward. Why it doesn't come? Oh, it like it asked me for the, I need to click on the login, not on the pursuit. So let me click on login. And now, as you can see here, this particular is text, like Facebook encrypted the password, and I think so. So let me, here you can see that email is equal to admin. And the password, this n pass is the password. Facebook encrypt every password which we made to the, like, which we put here. The there is some JS code which will encrypt the password. Whatever we enter, I have entered it in clear text, but it get encrypted. So like Facebook encrypted it. Let me visit some HTTP sites instead of this. So GitHub, which side it was, vulnerable login form, Podastic app.com. Enter set off. Now it will load. There is no app. Okay, vulnerable login form. I forget the name. It's got Kamkaj. Yeah, this one. So I'm just copying it. Quit Discord. So this was the site which was created, like we created for you. You need to like bypass this authentication. So let me give an example of this site only. So where is my Bobsuit HTTP history? Clear every history, and I will add the host of this site only. So it will not capture other unwanted request. Sitemap. You can add host on the Bobsuit, like the scope, which the site, like you can mention the domain like this. So it will capture the request made by on this domain only. Clear history, yes. Is that login form? So suppose I made an like I'm trying admin, and then I'm giving the password only. Don't save. So as you can see here, a post request was made to the server one label web app podastic.com, the main domain, the domain site, and the path is login path. Let me send it to the repeater. Is it visible clearly? The login form. So the path, the site is making the post request to the login, and what it is sending, the username and password. There are two type of requests. One is get request, and the another one is post request. Whenever we want to fetch the data from the server, fetching means like asking for the HTML files and this particular page. So we send a get request to the server. How we can send? Just like this get request will look like instead of here post, a get text was written, and there will be no data here. So if I just send, it will give me the HTML page of the this NAS. As you can see, the title is N and S login form, same as here. This was the HTML page. We can see the source code from here also, pressing Control U. So this was the source code given by the server, username, password, and here password, username. So this was the same. So we can, what we are doing with the Bobsuit, we are capturing the request made by the browser to the servers. And why we are doing this? So we can manipulate it here, and we can send multiple requests together. So let me create a simple login form for you. HTTP login form. Let me download some HTML files from GitHub. I think that will be good. Login.html. extra stuff, and as creating a new folder, login login page, and now opening terminal here, sudo su okay. So in the directory, let me copy this HTML content. It's a login form. Like I will share the GitHub link. Control V, Control S, not this one, the login page. I will save it as login dot php because I want to create a PHP server. PHP save. What else change I want to make? Form method equal to post. I want to send a post request, and then instead of here, submit button, input type equal to submit, name equal to submit, Control S. Yeah, that will be fine. That will be enough. And now let me write the PHP code for it. Question PHP. If you're not getting this code now, like don't worry, it's just on server. I'm just creating a web server, so you don't need to like learn this. If is set dollar post request submit, what you need to do, dollar UN username is equal to dollar post, and the username was username. Let me give the username name. Password field name I'm giving it. It's password Control S, and the username where it is, here it is. So let me give a name to it. Name equal to username, Control S. Then PW is the password, dollar underscore post request, getting the data of password, question mark, and now another if condition. If dollar UN is equal to admin, and I'm setting the credential, and dollar, and if the password is equal to say Justin, if the username is equal to admin and the password is equal to Justin, then it will say login successful. But if anything else was written, means any username, whatever the username and password was given, if it was not equal to admin and Justin, it will say login failed. And FILD failed. Okay. Blah blah blah. Just to increase the size, Control S. Question mark, Control S. So and another file was CSS one, no? I haven't copied that one. Array, where it was? Open and link in tab. Login and the style CSS one. This file is also, I haven't copied it. Control C. file, new file, control V, control S. Login underscore style dot CSS. Save. Will it work now? php-s192 my IP address. What is so my IP address is this one. Control Shift C. php-s Control Shift V port 80 login dot php. Yeah, I think it's loaded now. So can I visit it? 192.168.1.15. This was not found. What it was saying. Such file or directory. Oh, I think the port was different. Cancel, Control Shift C. I have the different. I've already created. Let me check it on login dash php clear, and then what was the command? php dash h login dot php. It should work now. C intercept on. Yeah, it's working. So this is the username password field. So let me disable this particular feature. Re-enable it. HTTP history. Clearing this data. Suppose we give any random password. So demo, and the password is also demo. So submit query. Don't save. What it is showing? Login failed. Blah blah blah. Okay. So if we just look at the Bob suite, we have some post request made it. So as you can see here, username demo and the password is like it got failed. So what we can do, like we can brute force this username and password. So for the brute forcing, we used this intruder tool of the Bob suite. So in after sending the request to the intruder, you can just like right click this request and send it to the intruder. Send from here, you just send it to the intruder and it will come in this. So in the position tab, it will automatically select the some fields. So you need to clear everything because you want different fields. So like I'm just giving some random password. As we know that, like where is that files? Yeah, login.php. The correct credentials are admin and Justin. So suppose we know the username and we don't know the password. So we can brute force for the password. How we can brute force? After sending this particular request, we can send it to the intruder and we need to select the password fields. So we give the password demo. I'm selecting it. Just need to clear this add and dollar symbol will come on it. $2 symbol, it will get inside of the dollar symbol. So means this particular field is selected. So now after selecting the password field, what I need to do, I need to load the word list which I want. So the most famous word list for the which we used as a hacker is rocky.txt. It contains almost 1 crore passwords. So I'm using it. You can find the rocky.txt on the GitHub, and it will be, you can find it on your Kali Linux also. It will be in user share directory. ls user share word list. So yeah, here. So means in the directory user share word list, you can find this particular file in the Kali Linux and ParrotOS. But if you don't have this file now, so just download it from the GitHub. Okay, how you can download, like rocky.txt. rock u word list GitHub. So there you will find the word list over the GitHub. So just click on it and you can download it. So see, I'm not going to download it. I already have the Git. So where is the Bubsuit? After downloading, like you just need to click the load file and select the word list. It will load all the words present, all the words or the password combination present in the file. So as you can see here, this box is giving all the password stored in the rocky.oxt. After loading the passwords, you make sure that you have selected the correct field. You have selected the password field. Username was admin. As a, like I'm just taking username admin, so we can brute force the admin. If we don't know the username, we can brute force it together. Means we can also select admin, and then after we need to like just select here cluster bomb, and there will be two options for loading the payload. There will be two options, so you need to load the username file and the password file together. Then it will try each combination from the two word list. But now for the for making it faster, I'm just assuming that we know the username admin, but we don't know the password. So to start the attack, just click on the start attack. It will do the attack. It will start the attack. So as you can see here, and after that, click on the length. What it will, after clicking on this length, arrow will come, means it will load all the responses in the ascending order of their length. So the first is the first is this response come. Its length is 2713. What does length means? Means the length of the response, the content length. So the content length of this entire request is 27113 characters, while the other responses have the size of 2759. As you can see here, all the other requests for all the other passwords, we like for the dollars, when we put the password dollars, the response comes with the size of 2759. For the heart, password heart, the response comes with 2759. For any other Linkin Park, the response come with 2759. You can see the request and response from here. But only for the top one, this 2713. For the when we put password is equal to password, the length of the response was differ from the rest of the request. And why it happens? Maybe because the like server sending different response for this particular when we put password, and and for the rest of the cases. And why server is doing this? Because let me show you where is that particular page. So when we put wrong username and post, it is showing login failed, blah blah blah, some other text. But when we put the correct credential, admin and password, submit query, don't save, it is showing login successful. You can see here like login successful and login failed, blah blah blah, have different length. Means the response server sending is this particular text, login successful, and when we submit the wrong username and password, it will say login failed, blah blah blah. So for both of the like strings, the length is differ. That's why the response have different length. And if we just look at the attack, this particular string password, when we put the password, the length is differ. So from this particular attack, this is brute force attack. We just brute force the correct password. So we got the correct password is password from the brute force attack. And so the Bubsuit is used for brute forcing the password and managing the request and manipulating it. Sometimes you can just saying the password, I'm giving the wrong password. So so in the repeater tab, you can send a single request multiple times. So I got the here the wrong password try header. So what we can do, we can just if you want to say this response in the browser, there will be a option request in browser in original session. Just need to copy this, and where is that? You just need to paste the link, and it will open the response. Wrong password try header. So it will load the response in the browser where it is the repeater. So this is the like a use of burp suit. I'm giving example of burp suit attack only, and you can do multiple attacks. If you have that extender option, means it will come with the burp suit pro, but you don't need it. Like you can go for the burp suit community also. So the first attack we learned is brute force. Anyone have any doubt regarding it, brute force? Like if you have any doubt regarding this, like how I did the brute force, like you can ask now. No one? Nitish, your voice is not clear. Like, ask the dub in the description box. Say something. Okay, we will if you have any doubt, keep it in your mind. We will discuss it in the last of the session. Maybe your net will get good after that. So the next things I want to show is Wireshark. Wireshark is used for like the same purpose, but in this Wireshark case, we cannot manipulate and modify the request made by the browser. We can just monitor it. I didn't understand the coding for brute force attack. Actually, this particular coding is not for the brute force attack. Means I just I created a login form. It's a server, the PHP server where it is. Not this one. Yeah, this login. Actually, I just downloaded the GitHub page, the HTML page from the GitHub and CSS file, and I just edited this input box, and I added some PHP code within the file. So I can set the username and password. The PHP code you have shown, I showed you this one. You don't need to worry about it. Like the thing which you need to worry about it is this, that whenever you get any site login form which asks for username and password, how you can brute force it if you just know the username, or you don't know anything. You just need to put the request. You need to configure your browser with the burp suit. You need to capture the request, the post request, login request as this one. You need to send it to the intruder. You need to select the field which you don't know. Suppose you know the username, but you don't know the password of the victim. Victim is like someone else, for whose account you want to take over. So you don't know his password, so you just selected the password field, and then after that you set the word list. This word list is it is the collection of different password which can user hold. Like it's the common word list. It contain almost 1 crore different password. Its name is rocku.txt. You can find it on the GitHub page. Rocku.txt. Just click it, and you will it will be get downloaded. So, and after selecting the word list, loading the word list, you just need to click the start attack. After start attack, this type of thing will come. Like what it is doing, if I just remove this line, it will try the first combination, which is nothing. It make the password blank. 2759 response come. The length of the response is 2759. When it try the 123456, the first attempt which rocku.txt, like the word list, the bugsuit make is giving the password 123456. As you can see here, username is admin and password is 123456. So it tries, maybe the password is 123456. So the response come 2759. Then it try 12345. The response come 2759. Then it try I love you, princess, rock you. As you can see a password. For all these, the response come is 2759. When we scroll down, where is Justin? Actually, position. Okay, payload. Target result here, and where is that 2713? For all the responses, the length is differ. But for one, the length is different from the rest of the case. Sorry. So now I will find 2713. Yeah, here. As you can see here, 2713. Actually, I have loaded the wrong code. Not this one. Close it, closing it, and the login page. This one is login page, and I have login PHP folder also. I have created it previously. It doesn't work now, so I just use the previous one. So sudo su family 1024. Leave it. Open with Puma. So here you can see the username is admin and the password is password. So what it is saying, if the if condition, the supplied username and password by the browser is admin and password, then it will say login successful. Otherwise, it will say login failed, blah blah blah. So it is doing the same thing here. Like for the all the other 1 2 3 1 2 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, the response is 1 2 7 5 9. And if we check the response, it contains login failed, blah 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 blah. But for the this particular field password, which is the correct password, as we can see in the code, where it is, where is the code? Sublime. Puma. Yeah, here the username is admin and password. So when we put the correct username in the request, admin, and the correct password, the length is different from the rest of the case. And why the length is different? Because here it is shorter, login successful. It has some shorter length. Login successful message has short length than login, blah blah blah. That's why the length case is different. And from this particular length is different in this particular request. So from this we can guess like the password is password. And when we check the response, we get confirmed that the password is correct. So this is all about brute force. If you have ended up now, ask now. Nitish, have you cleared your did you clear? Have you cleared the point?
Yes,
What to
sir.
say? समझ आ गया ना? Okay. किसी और को कोई डाउट?
Means sir, PHP code will be written.
वो PHP कोड तो वेब सर्वर है. ये जो पेज दिख रहा है ना, ये बस इसके लिए है. ये यूजर नेम पासवर्ड. अब ये वेबसाइट है लॉगिन का facebook.com. तो यहाँ पर भी तुम सेम कर सकते हो. तुम जो यहाँ डालोगे, मैंने दिखाया था ना, यहाँ एडमिन डाला था तो वेबसाइट पे आया था. सो एक बार डाल देता हूँ एडमिन. But what Facebook is doing, it encrypting the password. So we need to decrypt the first, how they are encrypting their password, and then we can check where is the admin. No, this is not the request. Admin, yeah. As you can see here, the post login it has email is equal to admin and the encrypted password. Do they encrypt or not? Password. WORD. Oh, no, not this one. So admin. This one is that text field. Admin. Okay. So as you can see here, the email is equal to admin because I mentioned the admin in the email field. And for the password, you can see the password in the encrypted form. Yeah, HAD, where is it is ENC pass. It means encrypted password. The Facebook code encrypted the password, and they are checking the encrypted password. So if you want to do the brute force on this, we need to first decrypt the encrypted password, and then we need to encrypt all our password which are present in this rocky.txt file. Intruder. We need to encrypt in the same way all this password, and we need to check for each encrypted password. So that case will be very lengthy. That's why the Facebook have a great login protection functionality. And this page I created just now, where it is. So this page, so it has some very less protection system. So anyone can brute force it. And the next tool I want to show is Wireshark. So what Wireshark do, actually it capture all the requests made by our browser or like by any other tool which is interacting to the internet. So here you can see 192.160.1.15. It is my local IP, and for 74.125.250.18, it is the server to whom it is making the request. So here it is making some UDP request. So let me like if I just reload that page, resend, and let me close the pub suit, turn off. I don't need pub suit longer. So let me just reload the page. Okay, and if I just visited the Wireshark and if I give HTTP protocol, you can see some requests are made here. The protocol is HTTP because like the protocol we are using is HTTP for the request into the position, and you can see HTTP 1.1. So to checking there are different protocol TCP, UDP, and then SSH. So we are going for specifically HTTP. So this is the filter box. We just need to type HTTP and it will give the requests. So as you can see here, these are post request application HTML. As you can see here, the username is admin and password. It is also mentioned here. Means whatever the request is made by our browser, where it is, whatever the like request we made here, it will captured by Wireshark also. And the good thing about Wireshark, we don't need to configure it with the browser. But these cases, like you might think like us, this particular we can capture our only browser request. We cannot capture others' browser request. But with the Wireshark, we can do that also. Like suppose, let me turn off my camera. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open that particular IP address in my Google Chrome with my phone. And then what was the IP address? Close Facebook, Foxy proxy. This one also, no need. And where is the Firefox login page? The IP address is 192.168.15. So there's the link. Can you see this particular page open in my life? Like, check the camera, not the presentation. Is it visible to you? Page.
Yes.
Can anyone? Yeah. Can you see the field? I just open it my mobile device. Let me cover my ring light. Okay, maybe now it will be more clear. Okay. Huh? Okay. Is it visible clearly now? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, now I have my phone device. I open the same website 192.168.150. This as same as this one. What I'm going to do, I'm typing my username and password here, and what we will see, it should come in this Wireshark also. So means by this we can like how to say, like we can capture the login and credentials, also whatever the traffic was moving from another devices which are connected to our local area network. This particular device, let me show its IP. Termux, where is my Termux? if config, where is the pipe grab 192.168. Okay. Termux is visible to you or not? Is it visible? The IP address is if it is clear to see, you can see that IP address is of my phone 192.168.1.2. And if I just show you the IP address of my sudo terminal has its own problem. Okay, let me open new one. So sometimes I forget my own password. Ah, now so the IP address of this host machine, which I'm using for penetration testing, is 192.168.1.15. Let me discover all the devices which are present in my local area. For that, I'm using fping. Fping is a command which will map the network, means all the devices present in my network, my phone and my host machine, my modem, which is giving the network, the Wi-Fi router, and maybe my mother is using his phone connected with the Wi-Fi, so his device will also capture. So how can I do that? Just need to mention the like subnet. The subnet is have you gone through the courses which are mentioned and which are recommended by in first session? If anyone go through that, you will learn some basics of networking. If you are not getting the subnet, what does subnet mean? So I'm just showing you. So the IP address is made up of IPv4 is made up of 4 different part: 192.168.1.25. So the first 3 parts these are fixed. Just like in my case, these are fixed. In other case, maybe the first 2 are fixed and rest of the 2 are different. The first one is fixed and the rest of the 3. For now, understanding it more clearly and like easily, just assume that these particular first 3 are fixed. In my case, these are fixed, and the last byte, the last 2 bytes, 45, it is different. And how they are managing for every device. Suppose I have my mobile phone. So my server like modem is giving IP to it 192.168.1, and the last part dot is 2. And for my host machine, which I'm using, PC, my Parrot OS, the modem is giving its IP to 192.168.1.15. This is the IP of my host machine. Let me open some more machines. VirtualBox. You are using VirtualBox, so you are aware about it. Let me open this. Let me run this Windows machine also. Let it boot. Let me run emulator also, Genymotion. Okay. Not aligned. So the Windows machine is loaded. CMD command from this one. Anyone know how to get the IP address in Windows? It's ipconfig. So as you can see here, the IP address of the Windows machine is 192.168.5. Last one is 5. Okay, let me note it. Windows machine IP address is 192.168.1.5. So we can discover all this IP address with this command fping. Fping -a-g, and I'm mentioning the subnet 192.168.1 and .0 /24 means the 24 bytes. Initial 24 bytes are fixed. So I'm mentioning /24, and 2-diagonal means whatever the error come, send it to the null. So it will print out all the devices available in my local area network. So the 192.168.1.1, this one is modem, which providing me the internet. The 192.168.1.5 is my Windows machine. As you can see here, its IP address is 1. And the another 192.168.1.2 is this phone. Its IP, if it is visible clearly to you. and the 192.168.1.3, maybe it's my mother's phone. She's also using the Wi-Fi. And 192.168.1.15, it's this parrot OS only. Its IP address is this. So now, if just I need to open the Wireshark where it is. Okay. So these requests are like source and destination. There are two this is a table, source and destination. From where the request is made is source, and from where the request was going to is destination. So what our agenda is to capture the credential which I put over here in my phone to this laptop with the help of Wireshark. How can I do that? Like let me give some, suppose anyone can suggest username and password. What should I put? Any wrong username and password? Anyone can suggest? Your guys are very less interactive. Just say any random username and password.
Anonymous and
Okay, anonymous. Anonymous. I'm giving anonymous as username. Password should be anonymous or anything else.
Try hack.
Try hack. Okay. Try hack. Okay. If it let me make it visible. So is it visible to you or not? I am not sure. Yeah. Can you see the username and password?
Yes.
yes.
So just now I'm going to submit, login, submit, and now let's see whether the Wireshark captured it or not. Where is Wireshark? Over here. Okay. So you can see the some more requests are made it. This one is from 192.168.1.2, the IP address of my phone. The source is the IP address of my phone is the source, and the request is made to 192.168.1.15, my host machine. Why the host machine? Because the web server is running here only. This is the web server which is taking the request. And we can also see the request was made from port 569992. So can we can we see the username and password? Oh, this was the response. Okay, this was the response. And where is the post request? Yeah, this one. So as you can see here, username is anonymous and password is tryacme. Can you see it clearly?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
what does it mean? Like whatever the username I put here on my phone, I can capture it in my this laptop. Like take it as you are sitting in a computer lab. Now what you do, you run the Wireshark on your laptop and you plug the Ethernet cable in your laptop. So after plugging the Ethernet cable, you are now inside of the network of that computer lab. So whatever the website and whatever the traffic, whatever the username, password, whatever the site is visited on the other's computer, you can see on your this PC, means your PC. And what you need? The Wireshark. And why it happens? Because like why it happens? Because every in case of Ethernet cable or in case of wireless network, the device there is an interface point, the end point where the request was come. So if I made the request, this username and password, it will go to this device and my modem and every device present in the network. The request will contain some IP like host, the source address and the destination address. So the request was made by my phone will go to my modem, and modem what will do? Modem will check whether this request is made to me or not. How it will check? It will unpack the packet and it will check the destination address. The destination address made by this particular phone is for 192.168.15, but my modem address is 192.168.1.1. So it does not match the destination address of my modem. So modem will ignore it. But when the request came to this particular host machine, when it unpack, it will see that the request was made to itself only, 192.168.15. So so it will unpack it and check, it will capture it. So in this way means the request was made to this, so that's why it unpacked. So what we do, actually we can control whether the request should be ignored or not by the by like opening the Prometheus mod. How to on Prometheus mod on N Linux. What does this mean? Means we are instructing the PC whether the request is made to you or not. Means it is made to the IP address of my computer or not. Just accept it and give it to pass it in the upper layers. Means after getting into the there are 5 layers. One is MAC layer. The another one is physical layer. Sorry, the first layer is physical. The another one is MAC layer. The third one is network layer, and transport layer and application layer. I forgot their order. That means Google TCP IP model. It's somehow similar to the OSI model, but in case of OSI model you see 7 layers, but in case of TCP IP model you only see 5 layers. Link layer, physical layer, internet layer, transport layer. So this one. There is one more physical layer below it. They didn't mention it. So the network layer is the deal with the MAC address, while internet layer deal with the IP address. The transport layer deal with the protocol, whether it is TCP or UDP. The application layer will deal with application layer protocols, whether they are SSH, HTTP, HTTPS, or some RDP protocol or any other protocol. So these layers deal with their own own protocols. So after all the packets will flow through the physical layer. Physical layer means either it can be the atmosphere, the radio waves, or either it can be the Ethernet cable. So the physical layers, have you understand the physical layer? And then the next layer is network layer. So the packets are ignored by the modem on the network layer because the destination is not supposed to it. So we make it enable, we make the Prometheus, by enabling the Prometheus mode, we instructing the computer to whether the request is made to the computer or not, just accept it. If even the request is made to any other computer, in that particular case also accept the request. So the Wireshark is doing the same thing. It is on in the Prometheus mode and it is capturing all the requests. That's why means I'm able to capture the credentials made by username and password. And the good thing is I don't need this device. I don't need to interact with this device to open the Prometheus mode. Everything I need to do in my device. Means you can capture the username and password in enter by any computer users in any computer lab. So this is how this works. Anyone have any doubt regarding this? Just ask.
The user must have to use our link now for
No.
login.
No, it's not necessary. Actually, even if it is if someone sending the request to the facebook.com, it will get also captured. But the case is it will get encrypted because Facebook is using HTTPS protocol. There are 2 protocols application, HTTP and HTTPS. So in case of HTTP, the data will not encrypt. Our IP address is based on HTTP. So the username and password are not encrypted. But the site is using HTTPS, then the username and password will be encrypted, not the username and password. The entire request will be encrypted. Whereas in Wireshark, let me show. As you can see, there are some TLS. Just read about TLS. These are the encrypted packet, encrypted alert. Means the Wireshark cannot read it clearly. If just I show the text, make it above. Right, scroll up. Yeah, this text. Can you see it? This one. Correct.
Yes.
So this particular is encrypted with the TLS protocol, and there is one more SSL. So if the site is using HTTPS, then we cannot perform this particular type of attack with it. But if the site is based on HTTP, some websites are still using HTTP. Even our website HTTP NITM. What are college website?
natm.ac.in.
ac.in. Yeah, it is also an HTTP. I like last time I saw it was HTTP. No, it's HTTPS. They change it, but previously it was on HTTP. So when we are in college, like we can like capture the in the just in sitting lab. So whenever some other student log into the EIP portal, we can capture its request. We already check it whether it is working or not, and we inform to the authorities that make it HTTPS, so the data will be encrypted. Now they change it to the HTTPS. So, are you getting to the point? Whether if the site is using HTTPS protocol, like even we can see the data they are sending and making, but we cannot like analyze it because it was encrypted totally. How can I read this? But if the site was using HTTP protocol, the data will be in a clear text, plain text form. So with the sites which are using HTTP protocol, we can perform this attack. Any other question? Anything to ask? Okay, nothing to ask. I mean later. What was the next part?
Do computer encrypt? What we can say इसे हिंदी में बोलते
Computer
हैं
never encrypt. Computer
मैं
whatever. Okay.
कौन encrypt करता है
Protocols.
लेट मी जैसे मैं क्या कह रहा था जैसे फॉर वाइल मान लीजिए कोई पासवर्ड है जो कि एस से स्टार्ट होता है तो फिर
H.
एस 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 एस
Okay.
मेरे नाम का पहला लेटर
Okay.
तो जो प्रोटोकॉल है उसको क्या मतलब हर बार अलग अलग सिंबल में मतलब इनक्रिप्ट करेगा कि एक ही जैसा इनक्रिप्ट करता है
No. Actually होता ये है कि सर्टिफिकेट डिफरेंट होते हैं. मीन्स एनक्रिप्शन के मतलब कुछ रूल्स होते हैं. लाइक दो चीजें होती हैं, एक होती है प्राइवेट की और एक होती है पब्लिक की. सो मतलब जब ब्राउजर के पास आता है ना, तो ब्राउजर के पास होता है पब्लिक की. तो ब्राउजर उसको पब्लिक की से जो भी डेटा उसको सेंड करना होता है, ब्राउजर उस पब्लिक की को लेता है. पब्लिक की कुछ भी हो सकती है, कोई रैंडम टेक्स्ट. नोटपैड किधर गया? क्या पूमा? पब्लिक कुछ भी जिब्रिश ऐसा उटपटांग सा टेक्स्ट होगा, ये पब्लिक की है. देखिए, और इसके बाद आता है एक प्राइवेट की होता है. तो प्राइवेट की सीन्स बाद में, पहले यूजर नेम इक्वल टू एडमिन एंड पासवर्ड इज इक्वल टू पासवर्ड. तो ये जो था ये डेटा है जो ब्राउजर को भेजना है. अब ब्राउजर के पास एक की है और ये डेटा है, तो ब्राउजर क्या करेगा, इन दोनों को मिला देगा किसी एक ऑर्डर में, फिक्स ऑर्डर में. वो फिक्स ऑर्डर सबको पता होगा, इवन अपने को पता हो तो भी कुछ नहीं कर सकते. तो फिक्स ऑर्डर इस मतलब या तो फिक्स ऑर्डर होगा या फिर मतलब कोई एल्गोरिथम होगा. एल्गोरिथम भी हो सकता है, बहुत सारे हैशिंग एल्गोरिथम होते हैं. तो वो इस तरह से काम करेगा कि इसको मतलब इस की से इसको मिलाने के बाद कुछ और नया जिब्रिश टेक्स्ट बन जाएगा. तो अब ये जो जिब्रिश टेक्स्ट है, सर्वर ये ब्राउजर ये सेंड करेगा सर्वर को. अब सर्वर कैसे इस जिब्रिश टेक्स्ट को रीड करेगा, वो उसके पास होगा एक प्राइवेट की जो कि होगा जिब्रिश ऑब्वियसली. अब जब सर्वर जो नया जिब्रिश आया है, जो डेटा एनक्रिप्टेड डेटा आया है, और ये वो जब इस प्राइवेट की के साथ मिलाएगा ना, तो उसके पास वापस से ये आ जाएगा. सर्वर मेरा मतलब सर्वर हो facebook.com या फिर कुछ और ले लो जो तुमको पसंद हो, पासवर्ड. तो जैसे ही वो इन दोनों को मिलाएगा सर्वर, तो ये डेटा मतलब उसके पास करेक्ट क्लियर टेक्स्ट में आ जाएगा. और इसके साथ मतलब रूल ये होता है कि तुम पब्लिक की से सिर्फ एनक्रिप्ट कर सकते हो, डिक्रिप्ट नहीं कर सकते. मींस तुम्हारे पास जो क्लियर टेक्स्ट है ना, तुमने पब्लिक के साथ मिला के इसको एनक्रिप्ट कर दिया, लेकिन अब रिवर्स नहीं कर सकते. तुमको डिक्रिप्ट करने के लिए प्राइवेट की लगेगी. और सर्वर्स क्या करते हैं, वो पब्लिक की दे देते हैं ब्राउजर को. ब्राउजर को मतलब यूजर को या अटैकर को, क्योंकि जो चीज ब्राउजर के पास है वो अपने पास भी है. अपन कैसे भी निकाल सकते हैं, बहुत सारे मेथड्स होते हैं. तो पब्लिक की निकालने के बाद उसका कोई यूज नहीं है एक्चुअली. पब्लिक की निकाल क्योंकि वो बस एनक्रिप्ट करने के लिए यूज हो रही है, हम उस डेटा को डिक्रिप्ट नहीं कर सकते. तो यही सेम प्रोटोकॉल HTTPS में आता है, उसके वो सर्वर से एक पब्लिक की लेता है, एनक्रिप्ट करता है, अब वो डिक्रिप्ट उसको कोई नहीं कर सकता अनटिल एंड अनलेस किसी बंदे के पास प्राइवेट की ना हो। तो प्राइवेट की सर्वर के पास है, अब जैसे ही सर्वर के पास ये एनक्रिप्टेड डेटा गया, उसने इसको डिक्रिप्ट कर दिया। क्लियर? मतलब कैसे काम करता है ये वर्किंग हो गया, मींस एक तरह से कि कैसे वो सब चीजें काम करती हैं। सौरभ?
यस सर।
ओके, तो मैं क्या दिखा रहा था? हाँ, मैं एक एमुलेटर और चला रहा था। अब उसके साथ मतलब ब्राउजर के साथ दिखा दे, फोन के साथ और देख लो। ये मेरा एक एमुलेटर है, वर्चुअल एनवायरनमेंट में एक फोन चल रहा है, सैमसंग गैलेक्सी S3, सैमसंग गैलेक्सी S3। तो इसका आईपी तो मेरे को लगाना पड़ेगा, प्रॉक्सी इंटरसेप्ट ऑप्शंस। ये थोड़ा डिफरेंट, मतलब इसमें जो कॉन्फ़िगर वेबसाइट ब्राउजर पे जो कॉन्फ़िगर कर रखा है मैंने, मैं दिखाई देता हूँ। इसमें मतलब हमको अगर फोन का मतलब जो भी रिक्वेस्ट है वो प्रॉक्सूट में कैप्चर करना है तो हम कर सकते हैं। वाईफाई से भी इसको कनेक्टेड होने की जरूरत नहीं है, इवन तुम इस फोन का बॉक्सूट में कैप्चर कर सकते हो। ये अभी पूरा ओपन है, इसका कनेक्टेड नहीं है, इसका जो है ये सीधा मॉडेम से कनेक्टेड है, मतलब मॉडेम से। और बाकी इसके केस में तुमको क्या करना रहेगा, बाकी तुम कैसे चेंज कर सकते हो, इस पे डबल क्लिक या फिर क्लिक करके रखोगे तो मॉडिफाई नेटवर्क का ऑप्शन आएगा। तो तुम यहाँ देख सकते हो, यहाँ पे मैंने मैनुअल कर रखा है और आईपी एड्रेस दे रखा है। ये आईपी एड्रेस किसका है? ये आईपी एड्रेस मेरे इस होस्ट मशीन का है, क्योंकि मैं बॉक्सूट होस्ट मशीन में चला रहा हूँ, इसलिए मैंने आईपी एड्रेस इसका दे रखा है। और मेरे को पोर्ट डालना है 8081, तो मैं आईपी एड्रेस सिलेक्ट कर लेता हूँ ये, और पोर्ट जो मैंने दिया है वो 8081 डाल देता हूँ, 8081। फिर मैं ओके मारता हूँ, तो अब ये मतलब इससे भी रिक्वेस्ट सर्च करेगा। तो मैं ब्राउजर से लेना बंद कर देता हूँ, मैं 8080 वाला जो ब्राउजर का था उसका बंद कर रहा हूँ। अब जो भी डेटा आएगा वो सिर्फ फोन से आएगा, ये वाले फोन से, इस वाले। तो सेव मारो के, एंड देन फिर इधर हिस्ट्री उड़ाऊं कि नहीं, प्रॉक्सी हिस्ट्री, ये बाद में लगे ना कि लगे पता नहीं। अच्छा, वापस कैप्चर कर लेंगे, क्लियर मार देता हूँ, क्लियर हिस्ट्री, यस। तो अब जो भी हिस्ट्री आएगी वो आएगी फोन से। तो अब जो फोन का, आप फोन में कहाँ गया, ब्राउजर खोल लेता है, क्लोज मारो, ड्रैग, इसको भी क्लोज मारो। वो देखो ऑटोमेटिकली कुछ गूगल के साथ करने लग गया हो। अब मैं सर्च मारता हूँ, ये आईपी खुला ही हुआ था शायद, मैंने लास्ट टाइम इस पर ट्राई किया था। क्लोज करता उसको, न्यू टैब। अब मैं इसमें डालता हूँ कुछ नया चीज, सौरभ डालता हूँ, मेरा ही आईपी डालता हूँ, मेरा ही नाम है विराज वैष्णव, एंटर। ये गूगल ने मेरा ही प्रोफाइल खोला। तो तुम यहाँ बॉक्सूट में देख सकते हो जो भी तुमने बना, कहाँ गया वो विराज वैष्णव वाला, फिर सर्च गूगल क्रोम, ये है क्या, ये हाँ यहाँ देख लो। अरे नहीं नहीं, विराज वैष्णव ये तो इंटरेक्ट कर रहा था, लास्ट में ये क्वेरी बना होगा, ये गूगल का सर्च क्वेरी वाला है। तो मैंने जो गूगल क्रोम में फोन में सर्च करा उसका रिक्वेस्ट ये था, सर्च क्यू इक्वल टू विराज प्लस वैष्णव ओके, और उसका जो ये रिजल्ट है ये टोटल यहाँ दिया उसने, मतलब जो भी एचटीएमएल कंटेंट गूगल क्रोम यहाँ दिखा रहा है उसका ये आ रहा है। लिंक्डइन मांग रहा है तो नहीं करना। तो अब मैं सेम आईपी वापस से ये वाला आईपी विजिट करता हूँ, एंड अब मैं टारगेट में, छोड़ो, क्लियर हिस्ट्री, यस। अब मैं वापस से कुछ यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड डालता हूँ, तो वापस से एनोनिमस डाल लेते हैं, एनोनिमस और पासवर्ड। अब इसको सबमिट किया तो यहाँ देख लो, यहाँ पोस्ट लॉगिन, ये एनोनिमस और पासवर्ड ये आ गया। ये वाली जो रिक्वेस्ट है ये फोन से आई है, इसका ओरिजिन कहीं दिख रहा है, यूजर एजेंट किधर गया, यूजर एजेंट तो सैमसंग गैलेक्सी S3, ये मोजिला 50 ये आएगा, इसको छोड़ो। इसका जो लिनक्स ये क्या है, प्लेटफॉर्म है एंड्रॉइड 7.111 सैमसंग गैलेक्सी S3, ये जो फोन से, इसका यूजर एजेंट ये है, लॉगिन फील्ड ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला। सो मींस मतलब बंदा मींस तुम ऐसे भी रिक्वेस्ट कैप्चर कर सकते हो उसकी, मतलब किसी की भी whatever they are making the request एमुलेटर में। और इसके बाद आता है एक ADB, ADB था टॉपिक में शायद। ADB show। अच्छा, अभी तक कोई डाउट है तो पूछ लो पहले, मैं खुद कंफ्यूज हूँ, मेरे को क्या बताना था। कोई डाउट है किसी को?
आपने वायरलेस हॉटस्पॉट से कनेक्ट करा था वो?
कौन सा? नहीं, वो तो वाईफाई था। मैं वाईफाई का जो डेस्टिनेशन था वो मैं चेंज कर दिया, मतलब पहले जो था वो कनेक्टेड था मॉडेम से, लेकिन अब मैंने क्या किया, मैंने उसको बबसूट के साथ कर दिया। तो अब जो भी वो बबसूट को एज अ वो ट्रीट करेगा, क्या कहेंगे, बबसूट को एज अ मॉडेम ट्रीट करेगा। तो जो भी रिक्वेस्ट ब्राउजर को या किसी और एप्लीकेशन को बना भेजनी होगी वो बबसूट को भेजेगा। तो बबसूट को भेजा तो यहाँ पे हम मतलब सारे, और बबसूट उसको इंटरनेट पे मतलब कर रहा है ट्रांसफर। तो सारी रिक्वेस्ट एक तरह से मीन्स हम देख सकते हैं बीच में ये हो क्या रहा है। ये बबसूट काम कैसे करता है ये देख लो। इधर कहाँ गया? दिस इज योर ब्राउजर इन द नॉर्मल केस, इंटरनेट मॉडेम, मॉडेम के जरिए वाया मॉडेम ये होता है। बट आफ्टर कॉन्फ़िगरिंग द बबसूट ब्राउजर, बबसूट एंड इंटरनेट, अरे कंट्रोल Z, internet via modem. Means Bobsuit will sit in between a browser and the internet, and whatever the traffic or the request we made from the browser, not on the browser. In case of mobile phone, like in case of mobile phone, even for, plus the applications, means whatever the Play Store applications or any other application, for both the cases, it will the applications, Android application which are interacting with the internet. So for both the cases, it will send the request to the Bobsuit, where it is Bobsuit, and from the Bobsuit we can intercept the request, means like just pausing the request, request रोक दिया, या ये रिक्वेस्ट पूरा रोक दिया या इसको फॉरवर्ड कर दिया, मतलब जाने दिया, और इंटरसेप्ट ऑन कर दिया मतलब ऑफ कर दिया, मतलब सारी रिक्वेस्ट जा रही है, अब किसी को रोका नहीं। और एचटीटीपी हिस्ट्री यहाँ पे सारी रिक्वेस्ट जो आई गई है वो सब कुछ एनालाइज कर लिया। And we can send any request multiple times, just clicking sending it to the repeater, and there will be a send option. And why we use repeater, like we can testing, after manipulating some string, maybe this one is 4, if I change it to Viraj, and whether it is reflecting on the response or not. If it is reflecting, then I can go for some further attack, means changing the HTML code. So for that I can input some HTML string here, h1 hello,
Yeah.
and then close it. Okay.
Sir, the meeting ended.
Please wait, everyone. I think Sir got disconnected. He will be connecting soon, okay? Just wait.
Okay, sir.
Please wait for some time. Viraj just joining. He got disconnected.
Can anyone confirm whether my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. And where was the last one topic is? Do you have any doubt? We have only left with one topic. That was IDOR. After that, I will give some like a website to you. You need to penetrate it. Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Okay. Actually, these topics are like hard to grasp. Means you need to pay attention very carefully. That's why. This one is still working. Detecting me. I don't think so. I need this server anymore. Absurd. Okay. So the last thing is Pico. Where it is? The IDOR. I'm selecting one instance from the Pico CTF. These websites provide different CTF, like as competitive programmers do competitive programming, or the hackers do CTFs. Means so you can find many CTFs here. Web exploitations, where is the cookie one? Cookies, maybe this one. Okay. Cookie CTF. Search for the cookie. Snacker. What was the snacker cookie? So okay, what are the cookies? Like whenever the websites comes now, it comes with some like to maintain the session or to maintain the means after logging to the Facebook, when you close the Chrome and when you reopen the Chrome again, and when you visit the Facebook again, are you logged in or like you are logged out? Can anyone answer? Like it's a simple like can like Facebook store the credential on browser or not?
No,
I know it store like yeah, sure LinkedIn. Even LinkedIn You can see like I am inside of my profile. I didn't put my credentials. So what actually LinkedIn do? It store the cookies inside of browser. So the cookies are get stored. These are the cookies. I'm not going to share in this cookie because that one is for the session. If you just copy this particular cookie, its value, and paste it in your browser, maybe you will get my sessions. If LinkedIn has no IP like IP type of protection. So for maintaining the session, login sessions, what website do? They put some cookies in the browser. So you logged into the facebook.com first, and so you don't need to put the credential again and again after every Google Chrome session. Means whenever you open the Google Chrome or any other browser. So if you can just need to put the login credential only once, and after that, Facebook, what will Facebook do? It will ask to store the cookies. When you give the permission, it will store the login credential cookies, the session IDs in the browser. And whenever you open the Chrome again and visit the facebook.com, you don't need to put the credential again. You are automatically logged in. So the use of cookies is to maintain the session. So here, this particular website, mercurypicocity.not, has some cookies. It has a cookie with name. Its value is -1 now. And what the page is asking, welcome to my cookie search page. See how much I like different kind of cookies. So let me give some cookies name. Oreo. Do they have Oreo? Oreo search. No, the cookie, that doesn't appears to be a valid cookie. Can I copy this? No. SNICKERCAER doodle. So that is cookie, not very special thought. So now if I just check the cookie, its value is 0. But in the previous case, when I haven't typed R, okay, I need to visit this page again. Let me delete the cookies, reload it again. So in the fresh page, the cookie value is -1. And when I type the cookie sniker, when I ask for the cookie snickerdoodle, means whether they have or they have this cookie or not, the cookie value get changed. Means like there is something in the cookie. So previously it was -1 and now it is 0. So let me change it to something else. You need to download this cookie editor. This is an extension, Google Chrome. With the help of this cookie editor, cookie editor Chrome extension. If you are using Firefox, type Firefox extension. The first link. Yep, this one. I have removed from Chrome. You will have add to Chrome. So you need to add this cookie editor. It is like you can also edit the cookie via the inspect button, but it will be more convenient like editing the cookie from here. So I'm just making it 1, saving the value of the cookie, and now I'm like checking it whether they have some different result or not. So now you can see I love chocolate chips. Previously it was snickerdoodle. Let me make it some more different value. So it has changes to ginger snap. Like after whatever the case is, if we just analyze by enumerating the website and how it working, we can say we just need to make the name to some integer value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it will display the name of the cookie. So means it has some in the backend, in the background, in the server, what it is doing, it has a table. Either it may be a MySQL table or they have some NoSQL database. Let assume they have MySQL database. So there is a table. One column is the ID 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the same other column they have the name of the different cookies: ginger snap, snickerdoodle, and Oreo vagara. So we can just access all the cookie by manipulating name here, by manipulating the value here, or either by typing the name. So we don't have the list of the cookie, so we can get all the list just by increasing and decreasing the cookie. So if I just reload the page after changing the cookie, it will change to another. So let me just capture the request in the Bob suite. What we are going to do, we are going to brute force, not the brute force actually. We are going to send the request multiple times. with the different cookie value. So we have some different value. Our purpose is to find some string hidden in this website. So we have a functionality, target, scope, remove, proxy, intercept on, and sending the request to the Bob suit. Reloading, no internet. Why? Oh, I have changed the option. So I need to make it from Android to the browser. Now I have some this one cookie. It has cookie. Yeah, this page. Send it to the repeater. I love shortbread. Like the fourth cookie is shortbread. If I just change it to 5, what cookie name will come? The cookie name is peanut butter. So let me brute force the cookie, sending it to the intruder, selecting. It already selected the field name, so I don't need to select. And the payload is, since I don't have the word list, let me give it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, let me get up to 20, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I added a list from 6, 7 to 20. I already checked what was the cookie between 0 to 5. So it made the request. Let me check the last one. The response is I love fortunate cookie. The 21st request, the one it has I love macarona. 5th one, yeah, here you can see that the flag is already here. कहाँ से डिस्कनेक्ट हुआ था? मींस कितना पार्ट दिखाया था? Johnson, where was in the last time?
Sir, the flag.
The flag one, no?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. So what I was telling, like this particular vulnerability is called as IDOR. IDOR, indirect object reference. You can also say it as an attack. Where is my session 2? The first attack was brute force. The second attack is IDOR. With the help of the IDOR, what we do, like we just manipulate the ID or name or any integer which can be like readable to something else, and we got to the different result. So sometimes by manipulating it, like there was like we need to go for the authentication and authorization, but sometimes with this IDOR we just bypass the authentication and authorization. Like suppose LinkedIn does not allow me to see the other's profile without authenticating, like without authenticating as them, means LinkedIn only allow me to see my profile and not someone else. And the LinkedIn URL is something like this, linkedin.com question mark ID is equal to Viraj plus Vaishnav, means it's my name is my ID. So after login, I can see only this. I can see only my profile, and when I click on the others photo, I can't see their photos. Like I can't see their profile. So if this particular ID parameter of the LinkedIn is vulnerable for IDOR, then after I can just change it to something else like Meenakshi. So after if this particular parameter was vulnerable to IDOR vulnerability, then I can see the profile of Meenakshi Kharel without authenticating or authorizing as her. So this particular vulnerability allow us to escalate our privileges to someone else. Getting my point or not? Any doubt regarding this particular vulnerability? IDOR. And what we did here, like we were supposed the challenge want us to get the flag. Like who doesn't love cookies? Try to figure out the best one. So we just brute force from the cookie value 6 to 20, and on the 18th response or maybe the 19th one. On the 18th, when we set the cookie value to 18, we got the flag. Means on the 18th cookie, the flag was on the 18th cookie. So we just need to like check on which particular ID the flag was set. So any doubt regarding this? IDO vulnerability?
Flags when brute force is not usable, sir.
For what? Flag? What are they saying?
Sir, so the code like returns a flag when the brute force is not working, or is it?
I haven't wrote any code for the for this brute force attack. Like this one is I didn't get your question. Like what you are asking actually. Like can you describe like elaborate more? What actually your point?
So if you find the flag, sir, so it means that the brute force did not work to intercept the cookies.
No. Actually, I brute force the cookie to get the flag. Like what I was doing here. Let me close the intercept. Oh, actually, I make the intercept here. That's why the Chrome was not able to. Like I was get disconnected with the. I was supposed to use the Firefox. When I on the intercept, the request get captured and I was disconnected with the meeting. Okay. So what I did with the cookies now here, actually we have the website. Let analyze the challenge again. Maybe I was not able to explain the challenge. So let analyze the challenge again. So they have prepared a simple website. What they have input box where we can enter the cookie name. If we enter the wrong cookie name, it won't show any result. So we need to we have only one cookie which was in the box snickerdoodle, and there are some more cookies. So we just need to see they are asking us to see how many cookies are there, or what are the different cookies present in the backend. So the only thing we can do is like just type the cookie name and search it. But what other method we found, like when we are on this home page, the cookie value is -1, but when we change to snickerdoodle and search it, the cookie value is changed to some integer value 0, means from -1 to 0, means it is incremented by 1. So just for like trying, we just make it 1, and again the cookie value changes again. So like what idea we got from this observation or enumeration, just after changing the name value to some other integer, the different result will come. And we need to find out how many different cases can be possible. So I know there like I already solved this challenge, so only 20 results are there. So I just took the word list from 1 to 20 different values, and I brute force for all of them. So the intruder result which come, it has on the 18th result, not this one result. On the 18th result, we got the flag. Means instead of showing the cookie, when we set the cookie value to 18, we will get the flag. The flag was hidden in the 18th cookie. So if I shoot from the browser, if I just make it 18 and save it, and if I just reload it, the flag will come. They are asking us to check all the cookies, and in one of the cookie, the flag was there. So the challenge was to find this particular cookie. So if the number was 18, number 18 is smaller, like we can go for like manually 0, 1, 2, 3. But suppose it was bigger. If it was 180, what will you do? Like you cannot go from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 180. So you just brute force the cookie using the Bob suit. And by analyzing so after every request, you can just check each response which contain the flag. So that was the methodology to get the flag. And this particular vulnerability, there is two vulnerable. One is for brute forcing. They haven't set any rate limiting. The first vulnerability was brute force mechanism was not there. And the second vulnerability is IDOR. Means just by referring here, means just by changing some values, we were able to change the response or the page value. So this particular is called IDOR vulnerability. Object reference, indirect object reference, means we are referring to any other object. So that was the case. End it up now. Arkibut, what's your name? Broadwin? Have you? The point was clear to you or not?
Yes, I understood. Thank you, sir.
Are you really understood now? Maybe you are if it
Yes,
is
I
still not clear
really
to you, the resources will be shared to you. Means I will share some blogs. You can read more about this vulnerability and you will get more clear idea. Okay. Any other questions? Meenakshi, are you there?
Yes.
Close the recording.
Okay,
Stop
yes,
the. Okay. I'm done with my part. If you have any doubt, you can ask now.
Sir,
Hmm?
sir, you haven't